Hello, it's Denise running away from home. Today is Sunday, the 14th day of August, 2022. It's 5:25 in the afternoon. Bruce has left to go to church. He was in an accident yesterday with his van. I recorded a thing about that, but I probably won't post it because that's all it was really about. His truck was hit by someone who was at a stop sign and went through it with him right there. It tore off his passenger wheel, the back. He drives a pickup, a full-length bed pickup truck, and broke the axle. And he was sure when he called me that the truck was totaled, which is sad because it's the first semi-new thing he's ever had, and it just broke my heart. They ended up taking it up to a body shop, and the police were called, and the lady who hit him got a ticket. A wonderful gentleman who saw the accident gave Bruce a ride home. No one was injured. That was the most benevolent outcome that could happen. I feel a ton of guilt because he was at his cousin's house just outside of Howard City, and I called and asked him if he would bring me home a flurry from the Dairy Bear, and he said yes, and that's where he was on his way when the lady hit him, whereas if he had just left his cousin's house, come home, he'd still have his truck. Oh, that makes me feel so bad. Of course, had I known it, I would never have asked him. And I am just so grateful that no one was hurt, that no one was injured, because, well, the speed limit there in Howard City is like 25 miles an hour. And so it wouldn't be a high-speed accident, but it didn't hit the driver's side. It hit the very back of the passenger side, so, and she was okay. She did not get hurt. What a blessing that is. So, today, Bella and Jason came. Jason, my oldest son, Bella, her granddaughter, my great-granddaughter. She's 9. I talked about her before, but you don't have to watch all these videos. I don't expect anybody to watch all these videos. I like watching them now because I feel like it allows me to be the authentic person that I am without feeling a bunch of pressure to be normal. Because I do not feel myself to be normal. I am odd, weird, quirky, flaky. I've discussed that before. And just annoying. I find myself to be annoying at times. But I like watching these because I don't annoy myself, which is nice. In my head, everything sounds different. I remember when I was singing, people would come up and, you know, say how beautiful it was, and I would always say, well, it must have sounded different than outside my head. Because inside my head, I was horrible. And it took me a very long time to understand that when a stranger comes up to you and gives you a compliment, that's a gift. And you never throw a gift back in someone's face, ever. You just thank them. Say, thank you so much. So all I had to do was say that. I didn't have to tell them, oh, I missed this note here. I was flat over there. They don't, no. Just thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that. It would always touch me. Of course, it touched me when they did it and I was still saying those things. You know, that's very nice of you, I would say, at the end of me describing all the flaws and what they had just heard. How stupid is that? But we learn, don't we? And I finally learned, and I don't sing anymore in public for anyone. I do sing down here, upstairs if Bruce is not home. He's going to be home a lot more because they're going to be having to fix his truck. And that's the only vehicle that there is on this property except for his quad. And he drove his quad down to his brother's house so he could borrow his brother's car to go to church. And praise Jesus, he's going to church. I just so love that. I'm just so happy. I said, he's yours, God. I can't do any more. I can't. I'm sorry. I see the growth that needs to happen, which is a judgment, but still, I give him to you. You know, you made him. You can help him. And then Jesus swoops in, and that's good. That's a good thing. But I also see that he's doing this soul winning, going to strangers' houses, knocking on their doors, asking them, have you met Jesus Christ? Well, it's 2022. Everyone has met Jesus Christ, heard of him. I don't know. Show people with your actions that you're a Christian. Show people the change that Christ has made in you, and they will want to learn more. Hey, you've changed. You seem so much more at peace and happier. What happened? And then you tell them about the changes Jesus has made in your life. This is a conventional religious view. I was raised by the daughter of a evangelical Church of God, talk in tongues. They did not handle snakes, but were they to have lived down where that was popular amongst that group of type of people, I don't doubt that they might have done that. So if I say might, then I do doubt it. I don't know. So my mother did not like the church she was raised in. She did not like being a minister's daughter. Very long story, and I'm not going to make it long. So we got to go as children to any church we wanted to go to. And so if a bus came and picked us up, we were there. I've been to a Catholic church. I've been to Baptist, Episcopalian, Methodist, Lutheran. I've been to all churches. Here's what I believe. There is one God, one source from which we all spring. The way I was raised as a child, it is very difficult for me to put aside the interceder, if that's a word, the person who intercedes between us and the source, which is Jesus, who died to take on all our sins. You know, that's the sticking point for me. But the thing is sex, S-E-C-T-S, I realize it's hard to understand me because I got two teeth in my head. I find it funny as well. And denominations and cults and all that, those things were designed by human beings. Flawed human beings. Human beings seeing through a glass darkly. Believe what comes from the source. And what I believe, what I feel from God is an overwhelming love. An overwhelming, unconditional love. He loves me despite myself. He loves me because I am myself. He loves me because he sees everything in my heart. He loves me because I exist. That's all I feel. That's what I feel. And my job as a human being, flawed as I may be, is to project that love onto others so that they feel loved. You know, if they don't believe in God, which it don't matter because he believes in you, she believes in you, if they just need love. And do you know what's the thing that's the most interesting and challenging about being a person who gives love to everybody is that people need love the most when they are at their worst. When they are, as human beings, showing every flaw, every character defect, that is when they need love the most. And when it's the hardest for them to accept it. But you just love them anyway, in the best way that you can. Always remembering that if your safety is important to you, you will use discernment to make sure that you do not put yourself or others you love in jeopardy. Personally, with my self-destructive character flaw, built-in mechanism, coping mechanism, my ability to self-sabotage anything going right in my life, I don't worry about my personal safety. Even before I was put on hospice, I'm one of those stupid people that would rush into a house to save somebody, even if it meant that I died. This is temporary. Always has been, always will be. This, inside my heart, my spirit, my soul, is permanent. I never lose that. I never lose that. It follows me body to body if I've been here before. Of course, you know, I had my palm read by Deborah, who said I'd never been here before. You're a new soul. I said, well, then where did I come from? And she says, silly, all new souls come from heaven. And I laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed, knowing all my failings and my flaws. But kind of interesting in a way. Never been here before and explained so much. Everything confuses me. Everything confounds me. And once again, as I say, the obvious always becomes clear to me eventually. So, Bella was here. We spent a long time together. And she let me brush her hair. That was very nice. And it was a snaggled mess. And when Jason came, he could not believe that I had done it. But she sat here, and she talked to me. We talked to each other. And she would tell me, oh, that one hurts. So then I would be more gentle. Oh, my Lord, my mom would brush my hair, comb my hair, perm my hair, tease my hair. And I did not cry after the first few times. You just did not, because it just got worse. Bless her heart. But she toughened my scalp. So like now when Lisa will brush my hair after my shower, I will say, you don't have to be careful. You're not going to hurt me. Which reminds me, I took a shower this morning when Bruce was at church. Oh, I feel like I need a long nap. I've been tired. And then with Bella and family, I will always turn off the computer and talk to my family. Always. Because they're right here, right now. They're my family. They're my favorite people in the world. So, sometimes I'm in a chat on a YouTube show, and I just disappear. Boop. That's me being with my family because they've come over to see me. And is there any other greater gift than knowing that people love you so much they want to come and see you? Isn't that wonderful? And Bella letting me brush her hair because it's so wild and untamed. I do confess to sterilizing my brush afterwards because you never know. And I did not get close enough to look and check. And the nurse in me is screaming at me and putting me in a timeout. But the great-grandmother in me is like, it's all right. Let's get her used to getting her hair brushed first. And people with better eyes could see if she's got anything going on. She doesn't scratch her head. She doesn't act like a child who has lice. And I had 3 boys who played, what was it called? Little League. Sharing helmets, my boys had lice. No mother likes to admit it. It doesn't mean you're a nasty, dirty person. It just means that parasite's gonna parasite. It's just the way of the world. But I did tell Bella that if her head starts to itch, that she should have someone check it. I did not tell her that. I did not tell her that. But I did tell her that you get lice, and what lice were, bugs, and that you get it by using somebody else's brush or comb, wearing their hats, headbands, that she should be careful. I did tell her that, and she's 9. 9's getting to the age where you can understand it. She's so pretty and she's so cute. Asked her what her favorite foods were and what her favorite color was, and purple and white and black and white. She's just a joy. Oh, but she can be a challenge. She likes to ask questions. And my hearing is bad. And I have to make her repeat herself. And I hate that, but I love my great-great-grandbaby. I really do. Blessed far beyond anything I deserve. Anything. Oh, and then today I wanted to thank somebody who read for me about my father. I asked for a message from my dad. It says he's all around you. He feels nothing but love. Well, yeah, I know that, but he's with you a lot now, and he kisses you goodnight every night. And it just felt real. So the reader has a wish list, and I went there after the reading and somehow managed to be a collaborator on his list. I don't know, no. I just wanted to buy you a small token of appreciation. So I had to write him, email him, ask him to take me off the list, because I tried. Listen, I tried. Everything I tried didn't work. It ended up, you want to remove this list? No, it's not my list. I don't even want to be on it. I think the problem happened right at first when I should have just joined as collaborator or cancel. And I thought if I hit cancel, I wouldn't be able to see his list and buy him something. It's just a little something. Anyway, a message from my dad. But I feel like they're around me all the time. I really do. So it has been a wonderful, tiring day. And I had the most interesting dream because I did not use my machine at all during the day yesterday, which is amazing because I did quite a bit of, we'll call it exercise, you know, moving this laptop upstairs and then moving it back downstairs here. And yesterday is the day that I got the cushion for the back of my bed, for the lean against the wall when I'm doing my breathing treatment. So now it goes with I got a little light there so I could document stuff, you know, meds, you know, just the stuff. And so when I'm finally ready and able to stop sitting down here in the basement and going from bad to worse by continuing to smoke. I could be set up there, but the lap desk that I got for the laptop is too small. And it's also one that sits right on your lap or on the bed, and there's no space between it. It's a cushion. And I need one that I can have off the bed with legs on it, like somebody brings you breakfast in bed on a tray with the legs, so that I can put my legs under them and keep them straight because of the swelling. I think I've said this before. Oh, I did, but it was in the video I'm not going to upload. Is this video? This is not video. What is this called, really? There is no physical storage. That's not what I want to say. It's a JPG. Video would come in a cassette, a CD disc, a movie disc, a DVD, there you go, comes on a physical disc. These are stored in the cloud, and just in the, it's amazing. You have to realize, I was born in 1957. My dad got very interested in computers when they first came out, and that leaked into at least two of us, myself and my brother Alan. Alan is the whiz. My brother Alan is just smarter than a whip and looks exactly like our great-great-grandfather on our dad's mom's side. Because my dad was, and his twin brother, were adopted by the Lemons, Clara Herr and Russell Lemon. But it was Clara's sister Vera who had the babies and let Russ and Clara adopt them. They had been married, Russ and Clara, for 10 years and had not had any children. And Vera had five children. She had all girls and one boy. Isn't that ironic that my dad had all boys and one girl? And his twin brother had all boys and one girl. Interesting. How interesting. I never thought of it that way. Anyway, her husband had left her. She was Vera, Clara Lemon's sister. Their last name was Herr. And then it was Clara or Vera Robinson. Her husband had left her, and she was living in the garage at the house where my grandpa and grandma Lemon lived, and she had her children there. And I've got a wonderful picture of her holding the twins. That's sweet. And when I was a child, Aunt Bill, which is what we called her, she was my real grandmother, my birth grandmother, she and I were pen pals. I didn't save a single letter because I'm that girl. I'm that person who doesn't save crap like that. Crap. Mementos. Things that would mean something to that should mean something enough to me to save them. Anyway, I'm talking on and on and on. It's just nice to be able to talk. It's just nice to feel okay. It's nice to feel okay today. And it's nice to have seen Bella.